Hey, welcome back to Cameras and Coffee. Today we're doing something a little bit different, obviously. You're probably wondering, what the heck are you doing holding these crazy mics? Today I'm going to do a quick microphone review. Something I normally don't do because I'm not an audio engineer, expert guy. But I wanted to talk about a couple of these mics, specifically the Samson Q2U. Okay? I'm going to put this other mic down and we'll talk about this one in a second. First, I owe it to the guys that have done all the heavy lifting. Guys like Bandrew from Podcastage, Anton Brown, Mike Delgadio from the Booth Junkie guy. Those guys are amazing, and they're just freaking wealth. They're just a wealth of information. I got a little. I stumbled across this microphone right here. This one, the Samson Q2U. And I saw a ton of guys talking about it, mostly Twitch guys and, smaller channel guys that don't have $11,000 worth of equipment. They're just, regular people trying to get their YouTube channel off the ground. Amazed at how well this mic sounded. One of the things all these guys on their Twitch channels were talking about and the YouTube channels was the off-axis noise rejection. That's pretty amazing. I'm talking at the same volume right now, and it's amazing. And I need that kind of stuff for my house because I, like a lot of you guys, I don't have a dedicated room or a closet or sound booth where I have, the foam all over the walls and the $8,000 mic. I'm not that guy. I'm just a regular guy like 99% of you, where you're trying to not break the bank on buying equipment, but buying something that sounds pretty good for a pretty decent price. This Samson Q2U was $49 on Amazon. $49. I'm pretty impressed. It came with this thing. Oh, there's some parrots. This thing came with an XLR cable, a USB cable, a tabletop mic stand, and of course the mic. And it's great. I absolutely love it. And I've listened to getting back to what I was talking about earlier. With all the guys that are using all these expensive mics, Anton Brown, the Podcastage guy, the Booth Junkie guy, all the different mics they use, and they come across this one, and they generally think it's a pretty great mic. Does it sound like $1,000 mic? No, not really. I think it has pretty great off-axis noise rejection, especially around the sides here. So when you have your little brother kicking your door in, or mom's trying to do the laundry and the washing machine's going ape shit, you're not going to have all this background noise. There's a plane flying over my head right now. I'm outside. I don't even know if you can hear it. I hope you can't. So that's great. I love it. And one of the things I wanted to do was do something for myself, instead of following in everybody else's footsteps, which is, hey, you're not even going to be relevant unless you go out and drop $1,000 on audio equipment. You got to buy this mic, you got to buy that camera, and then once you do, you got to set them up this way, and then once you do, you sound and look just like that guy with a different message. Forget that. That's not you. That's not him. Why would you do that? You might as well let this guy pick out your girlfriend. Anyway, I took a chance, bought this Samson Q2U for $49, and I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I think it sounds pretty awesome. Sounds really smooth. I think the plosives are manageable. It's not super boomy or anything like that. So here's what I want to do. I want to compare this mic to a microphone that my buddy let me borrow. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. So this is the Samson. Samson Q2U. This is the BP-40. This is the Samson. This is the Samson. This is the BP-40. This is the Samson. This is the BP-40. What do you think? Samson over here, BP-40 over here. This is the Samson. This is the BP-40. So, yes. Do I think the BP-40 sounds great? Absolutely. It does sound great. But this thing's like $350 or $400, I think. And most of the people that I've seen use this use it with a cloud lifter. I'm not using it with a cloud lifter today. And I'm not using this one with a cloud lifter. I have them both going straight into my Zoom H5. And the gain set at about 6.5. I love them both. I love this mic. But you know what? I like this mic more because it saved me about $400. Yeah, it did. Saved me about $400. Does it sound as good as this BP-40? It sounds pretty close. Like I said, I'm not an audio engineer, but for this test and for YouTube, and until I'm on some big gee whiz broadcasting show, or some big famous podcaster guy, this Samson Q2U is going to be great, and I'm going to keep using it, and I'm going to be happy about it. One of the things you probably heard me talk about quite a bit is just kind of being yourself, and you're following, and you're not following in other people's footsteps. It really bums me out when I see people buying the identical equipment that all the popular guys are using, because it feels like it's kind of like they're in a club, It's like, oh man, I got that, and then I got this camera, and now I'm gonna belong, for whatever that is, and it's nonsense. Now your stuff is gonna sound just like theirs, and look just like theirs. You might as well have this guy order you dinner and pick out your girlfriend. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. I know so many people do that, and it makes me sad. Forget following those guys. Just be interesting. If you're interesting, people are going to watch, no matter what you're using. You've heard me say this before. There are guys that are doing vlogs on GoPros on their phones, and they have millions of subscribers. You know who these guys are. Or the ASMR chick that's got 2 million subscribers that uses a $99 tabletop mic. Great. She didn't have to get the big gee whiz model that Howard Stern uses, or whoever else is, those other guys driving around in their snazzy cars. Big deal. She did what she wanted to do. That's what you should do too. Be yourself. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up today. I hope you like this mic shootout. Sort of a shootout. It's not really a shootout. The BP-40 versus the Samson Q2U and the BP-40. Samson, BP-40. They're both pretty great. Thanks again for joining me at Cameras and Coffee. I'll see you next time. Sorry, I don't have the big squirrel music over the dubstep that all the other guys are using, and it's like, who uses that stuff? Send me the lyrics, please. Do you guys really listen to that when you're driving to work? Going to the beach? Hanging out with your chick? Oh, what song is this, honey? Oh, these are these two squirrels that sing this with the dubstep stuff going. It's cool. It's got a nice groove to it. How does it go exactly? What are the words? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. See you next time.